In the United States, people had no idea of the risk they were managing. So when you globalize that and you go, now obviously we have a sensitivity currently, but the fact of the matter is, and you look at the global institutions, you just have to be very cautious as to their efficacy. And the flip side of the sword here, you know, there are two edges to it, is everybody's today in the mode of prudence, prudence, prudence. Okay, they did that in 1929. They went to a gold standard, right? And you know, what happens is you get a shrinkage because people, it's hard to do. You have to have, like in a building, expansion joints as to this thing. So what I'm saying is the problem with any system is certainly if you had Steve as the all-knowing regulator, global, we'd certainly have a perfect system. But fragile as it is.
Actually, it's Bruce.
That's right.
Who would do the better job.
But the world is fragile and people are fragile.
Right.
And what you try to do is to get systems that are self-operative within boundaries. And the boundaries, I think, are capital boundaries and diversification boundaries. And you can go set those, and then you can have wide scope of things. Right now we're on a trend, we are toward a trend of global accounting. We're also on a trend of global fiction writing.
Right.
And by the way, even if it had a standard, the relevant statistic is, which people don't focus on, is again, not capital, but lendable capital.
Right.
And what's happening with, just one last point, is on the capital, the reason why the giveaway program isn't working, but it's giveaway program, let's see, a week before it was, the TARP was announced. People talk about TARP. Whatever they're doing now is completely the opposite of what the bill that they passed that they needed to have within a week. They came out with a different program. So the question now is, okay, why aren't the banks lending? Well, the banks aren't lending for a very simple reason, that capital is being used to shore up the base of the banks so they can sell down assets and cover the losses cover the capital. So it's not, there's a business model question, which is unless you lend, do you as a bank make money? At some point they will lend.